Hey, and welcome back to Xbox On, where we'll be running down the week's best deals for you. Whether you're in the mood for a tasty discount on a new title or a full-blown bargain on an Xbox classic, we've got you covered. And remember, to keep on top of all the latest offers, just hit subscribe and ring that bell. What have we got first, Charley?
We'll get things started with a sizable chunk of one of the most ambitious open world games in recent years. I am, of course, talking about Assassin's Creed Valhalla. There's also discounts to both the Gold and Ultimate editions of Valhalla, meaning you could bundle in some bonus content should you fancy it. In either case, the game is bursting with things to do, sights to see, and remote English locales to pillage, plunder, and pulverize with your mighty Viking axe. It looks especially vibrant on Xbox Series X and S, boasting support for 60 frames per second, or high-fidelity options to really let the verdant British wilds dazzle and amaze you. Lucky then that Valhalla comes with a dedicated photo mode, letting you take the sort of snaps that would give the National Geographic a run for their money. As for gameplay, that newfound identity of free-running fantasy mixed with the steel clang of metallic weaponry is hard to match in any other game. And this isn't the only Ubisoft title on offer this week, as they've got a very spicy publisher sale going on right now.
And if you like vast open-world games featuring ancient gods, the Ubisoft sale is super serving you with a 40% discount on Immortals Fenyx Rising as well. Fenyx is a Greek soldier who survives a shipwreck only to find themselves drawn into a battle between the Olympian gods and the monstrous Typhon. But while that might all sound like the stuff of prophecy, Fenyx's fate is entirely in the hands of the player. They can customize their hero's voice, gender, and appearance from the beginning, and the game immediately opens its entire world for them to explore. A world which truly looks fit for Olympus when it's running the Series X's godly 4K and S's 60 FPS displays. Plus, this legendary tale has got even more divine with the new God DLC, which dropped in January, giving Fenyx the chance to test their mettle in a series of challenges set by the gods themselves. And if you want the full package, the Season Pass includes all 3 DLC drops and is currently on sale at 25% off.
The Gold Edition of Watch Dogs Legion also presents another tasty package deal courtesy of Ubisoft. They're really spoiling us this week, you know? Playing as a group of hacktivists, Watch Dogs lets you run riot in near-future London, recruiting anyone you encounter along the way to create even more chaos. The Gold Edition comes with a Season Pass attached, which means even more playable characters, missions, and car skins, as well as access to the original Watch Dogs game, all for 35% less than you would usually pay. And for the real completionists out there, you can round off the trilogy by picking up Watch Dogs 2 for a fifth of its usual price. And thanks to FPS Boost, it now runs at a slick 60 frames per second, a frame rate befitting a tech-savvy super hacker, wouldn't you know?
Speaking of recently boosted games, Far Cry 4 is also 70% off in the Ubisoft sale, and its Himalayan backdrops have never looked quite so pristine. But Far Cry 5 goes one better at 80% off, with Xbox One X enhanced visuals to keep it looking just as crisp. This chapter in the first-person shooter series drops you off in a small county in Montana, which would be a perfectly lovely part of the world if it hadn't been taken over by Doomsday Cult. As the junior sheriff, it's your job to tell them that we like the world just fine in its current non-exploded form. Thank you very much. So, good luck with that.
So here it is, the final title in our Ubisoft sale, and it hits harder than a sex bob-omb drum solo. It's, of course, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Originally released in 2010, this game is far too much of a hipster to ever let go of the past, coming back in remastered style just this year. Based on the beloved graphic novel series, it plays like an old-school side-scrolling beat-em-up in which Scott and his friends batter their way through the League of Evil X's and its minions, and you know the rest. The complete edition comes packed with all of the game's original bonus content, which means a whole bunch of playable characters as well as online multiplayer modes. And at 20% off, it would be worth it for the killer soundtrack alone. Moving on, we've got a bunch of great deals exclusively for Xbox Live Gold members in a little thing we like to call deals with gold.
First up is the Yakuza Remastered collection, which includes Yakuza 3, 4, and 5, bringing the Dragon of Dojima's epic tale to a close in stunning style. Set within the shady realm of the Japanese underworld, these games tell the story of Kazuma Kiryu, the Yakuza member with a heart of gold and fist of steel. While the main storyline has you brawling your way through rival gangs, the game's vibrant Tokyo streets are also filled with side quests involving everything from karaoke to toy car racing. Equally, just wandering through the neon-drenched streets themselves is a real joy, especially with the Remastered Collection's 1080p resolution and 60 FPS frame rate. Each game is an epic adventure, and now all three are available together with 25% off for gold members. Now, where's the karaoke bar?
Next up, Manual Samuel is available at 80% off, which seems like a great price until you consider the fact that he's actually already dead. You gotta make sure you read the fine print, folks. Poor Samuel is killed in a freak accident, but manages to cut a deal with the devil that says he can have his body back if he's able to survive for 24 hours while manually controlling all of his functions. So that's exactly what the player has to do, from making him blink, directing each individual step he takes. You know, it's now your job to keep Manual Samuel running smoothly. Easily one of the weirdest concepts for a game we've ever seen in a long time anyway, but perfect for playing with a friend. I'll never take breathing in and out again for granted after playing this one, that's for sure.
Sticking with the general theme of wow, what a horrifying idea that is, The Evil Within 2 is also 50% off for gold subscribers. When alcoholic ex-cop Sebastian Castellanos travels into an artificial reality which was designed to be the perfect little American town, he instead finds a nightmarish world full of hideous monsters. But since his daughter is stuck somewhere inside it too, he has no choice but to steel his nerves and plunge forward. This survival horror game is one of the most frightening things you'll put on your hard drive, with the Xbox One X's 4K visuals ensuring you don't miss a single grisly detail, even if you might wish you could.
Another game that is sure to send a cold shiver down your spine is Alien Isolation. It captures the claustrophobic feel of the original movie by trapping you alone with nothing but a drooling xenomorph for company. This first-person horror is almost painfully immersive, making every clumsy step or motion tracker bleep feel like a certain death sentence. Pretty soon you'll find yourself shushing other people in the room just so the alien doesn't hear them. The game itself is currently available on Game Pass, while gold members can get 60% off the collection version, which includes 7 packs of additional content. What's the saying? In space, no one can hear you save or shed loads of money? I think that's how it goes.
Finally, after all that scariness, you might want to head somewhere a little more relaxing. Somewhere the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Perhaps somewhere like Paradise City. Burnout Paradise took the classic racing series away from its arcade roots and into a brave new open world. It gives players the freedom of a full city to drift through, take part in street races and high-speed chases at their leisure. The remastered version also includes a bunch of DLC, giving you more rubber to burn and more places to burn it. Plus, it also does some serious work under the hood, bringing the game's already lush visuals up to a decadent 4K resolution and turning them up to run at race-ready 60 FPS. Of course, you'll be going so fast that the city will mostly just be a blur anyway, but it might as well be a good-looking blur, right? Either way, it's on sale for gold members at a show-stopping 75% off, and is also available on EA Play, which comes included in your Game Pass Ultimate subscription. Nice.
Thank you very much, Bex. That is it for another week of mighty fine Xbox offers, covering everything from Greek gods to high school boyfriends. I'm gonna say that's a pretty good mix. Thanks for watching, and let us know if you'll be jumping on any of these in the comments, and feel free to drop us a like while you're down there too. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye.